Hello Libra, and welcome to your June Love and Relationships reading. This is a collective reading for all Sun, Moon, and Venus in Libra or Venus rising ascendant. If you're not sure of your planetary placements, you can search the internet for free natal chart and put your information and it'll produce that for you. I have pre-shuffled the cards, I've cleared the space, cleared the cards, and we're ready to begin your reading. We'll jump on in here. I'm going to pull 5 cards for your reading from this tarot deck, the Art Deco tarot deck, and I'll elaborate with clarification cards as necessary, and then at the end I'll pull a card from this Crystal Spirits Oracle deck to pull everything together to summarize or emphasize things that Spirit wants you to know. So we start off here, well, let me cut first. We start off here with 2 cards that represent you and your person. I want to remind you, since this is a reading for the collective, that you need to use your own intuition to see which card represents you, which card represents your other. Now, this happens to be the King of Swords. I'm feeling that this is your card. Libra, you are air energy. The King of Swords is mastery of the essence of air, which we'll talk about more in a moment. And then this is your other, your person. And it looks as if your person has gone or is going through a tower moment, some upheaval in their lives at the moment. And we'll find out more about that as well. Okay, where's your relationship coming from? Oh, it's okay. It looks like this explains this tower moment here. The 9 of Swords. Some sources call this the never-ending nightmare, but it's basically worries, concerns that have built up, and you're all in your head about it, or both of you are, perhaps related to this relationship, or perhaps related to some other concerns that are affecting this relationship. But that's where you're coming from. And let's see what your current energy is. Okay, let me cover her up so that YouTube doesn't get upset with us. The end of a cycle. Libra, where was that full moon eclipse? That was in your 2nd house of money and resources, your career. And then where's the full moon that we had a couple of days ago? Was in your house, 3rd house of communication and thinking. Yes, one or both of you are all in your head about something, and you, at the moment, you're thinking it could mean the end of this relationship. And this has been an important long-term relationship for you. We'll find out more about this, but let's see where this relationship is headed if things continue. Okay, 2 of Pentacles, juggling material resources, having to come to a decision about something. I don't think it means that you're already in the process of separating and determining who gets what. Let's find out more. Let's find out more. First about you. So King of Swords. Kings are the essence of their element. They're the master of their element. And swords represent air, which is truth. They use their intellect to determine truth, align it with their character, their principles, and to communicate that. Communication is very important. They want others to hear their truth, speak the truth themselves. They appreciate strong character. I want to know more about you in this relationship. And they use that information to rule their domain, their kingdom, fairly and for the good of all. And I'm not saying you're faultless, Libra. I know that sounds like perfection, but I'm sure that we all have our faults. Okay, this relationship started out as true love. You both felt that. The 2 of Cups represents a choice. Now you've got 2 twos here. You made a choice to give your all to this relationship. I was checking to see there. You made your choice to give your all because you believed in the promise of this relationship. Both of you did. King of Wands. Okay. You're mature. King of Wands. The wands represent fire energy. Now, Libra, you're air. But this fire energy here is inspiration. It's more energy. It's the essence of energy. It's design and planning. So you have learned that planning, that it can't all be impulsive feelings and love at first sight and infatuation and in lust and all of that. In love, it has to be love that's going to move forward. And that's what you felt about this relationship, that it was not just temporary fun love. This was the real thing. The real thing. You were meant for each other. And you're using all of your skills to keep the relationship alive with inspiration and energy. Why? You've had some financial hardship. You are either disagreeing about how to manage your material resources. Now, that could be income, bank account, investments, property. It could be people you work with that are assets to you. The babysitter. It could be anything that supports you in your daily life. There's been a mismanagement of that or a disagreement about the management of that. And it's made both of you feel like it can't be resolved. It's keeping you up at night, has kept you up at night, and it's built up in your head to this big, big pile of worries because you don't see any way forward. Yet, as they pass this church, there are 5 pinnacles in that stained glass window, glowing with light, on offer. So you're both being pessimistic about it, and your person even sees this as a tower moment. Like, this is a forced purging, and I'm not sure what their planetary placements are, but the tower represents Mars energy. So this could be an Aries, it could be a Scorpio, it could be someone with placements in those signs, planets in those signs are rising. But this what they see as a crisis, one that pushes the two of you out of any promise, any hope for a future, is very strong in their mind now. They are very much in this mindset right here. Let me learn more about your person. You know, most conflicts in relationships are about management of resources, about money and sex. So let's see more here about your person. Your person came from a very comfortable background, a very harmonious background. I mean, all families are dysfunctional in their own way, but they were fairly well adjusted, and they felt very secure, and they want that security back. They long for that security, and what security means to them may not be the same thing that it means to you. It could be that they have to have a certain amount of savings, or they have to have a certain level of property, a certain type of abode before they feel comfortable. And they feel like that's missing right now. And since they're not there, then this is not good enough. Not good enough. What else? And this heightened emotion from the panic they're feeling at this forced purging, being forced to let go of these childhood notions of security. And you know, it could be the current economy. Maybe the two of you were saving up to buy a house, and then all of a sudden the housing market went crazy, and now they feel like this dream is lost. But that's heightened their emotions so much that they can't see clearly anymore. Right now, they're operating from a place of blindness. The moon represents secrets. So they feel like whatever the answer is, it's hidden from them. And their emotions, this is resentment, this is fear. The one before is resentment, the one behind is fear. And that they resent the fact that they thought that this was a goal for the two of you or for your family. And they feel like they can't help provide that anymore. And those negative emotions, they're just not thinking clearly. They're like this. They're like this. It's a nightmare. They're overwhelmed with feeling. Now, Libra, because you don't operate from an emotional basis as much as your person does. You're able to stay more objective. You don't feel like things are over. You think that things can be juggled. But let's look at your current energy. All right, let me keep it covered up here. Your current energy was the world. I want you to see the top part of that too. Okay. The world, the ending of a major cycle, a major stage of life in your relationship. And it's complete now. It's complete. And there's Scorpio, there's Aquarius. Let me see at the bottom, I think it's Leo and Aries. Yeah, no, Leo and Taurus. It's all the fixed signs. Okay. So we have this fixed energy now. You completed a cycle and you are ready for a new one. Well, the 2 represents choices. The 2 of you made this choice, but now you're going to make another choice. And that choice is, how are you going to view, what mindset are you going to have toward material security from this point on? How is this Tower moment, this forced purging of letting go of old ways of looking at things, how is that going to evolve into a new viewpoint? Let me get more about where this relationship is headed. Okay, one way, and I hope it's not something that's already started, but if you're disagreeing about how to manage money, I hope that one or both of you haven't become somewhat deceptive and trying to get your way, spending on things without both truly agreeing on it, compromising on something that's aligned with both of your goals for your security in the future. But it looks like that's a thought. You're thinking, and I'm thinking especially with your partner, thinking that there is no hope. All is lost. All is lost. Of course, you felt the same way too, but I still think both of you have felt that. But I hope that now you're not thinking, well, the only way to move forward is to do it my way, and I'm going to find a way to do it. And that will just end in a win-lose situation. It's deceptive communication, and communication is usually 80% of the problem. And it's the source of 80% of our problems. It's not fighting fair. It means that you're not being dependable. All of those things are what good relationships are built on. Relationships are a process. They're always work. Tell us more about where the 2 of you are headed with regard to this. Oh, good. Okay. I think what's going to happen is you went through these full moons, which meant a lot of deep reflection, a lot of letting go. And I think during that introspection, and yours, Libra, was about money and resources, about your values and priorities. During that introspection, you remembered, that both of you can remember why you came together and why you chose each other for this journey to begin with. And you're both going to realize, a new moon is coming. Then your new moon, or the new moon, is happening in your 10th house of status and career, legacy, goals, structure. Okay. It's a turning point. It's a turning point. And I have a feeling, given your person's emotional reaction to this and your intellectual, mindful thinking detached, objective approach to this, you're going to be able to remember why you came together, why you you chose each other for this journey, and move past any knee-jerk reaction you're having and move toward a new foundation. Fours represent foundations and manifestations. And it's going to be something that you celebrate again. I don't know if you'll say your vows again or just celebrate this new turning point, how this tower moment brought a turning point in your relationship. But that is where you are headed. I'm going to cut again and let me get another clarification card. So you're hitting a rough patch, and it's a big one, but it's going to make you stronger. Going to make you stronger. Spirit's warning you, neither of you should get into a pity party mode where poor pitiful me, I'm trapped, there's no way forward. They stay out of that energy. That energy, the Eight of Swords, leads to the Nine of Swords. And this is no way out. That just attracts more negativity to your situation. You've got to stay in a positive mindset. Now, the Two of Pentacles is Earth. I'm sorry. The Two of Pentacles is Capricorn energy. Jupiter and Capricorn. And where is Jupiter right now? It's in Taurus. Okay. Taurus is, okay. I should have looked at that earlier. Jupiter is in your 8th house of shared finances. So this Jupiter energy, that's for the next year. Jupiter brings expansion and growth. So this turning point is very positive for you. That's why you have this, as you are going to be able to balance your assets in this earthly realm. You are going to be able to balance. You're going to make good choices. And that Jupiter energy that's in your house of shared finances is going to bring you both out of the negativity. But now you know how it is. Baby steps, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And it's so easy when your stress rises again to fall back into negativity. And so Spirit's saying, yes, this is where you're headed, but you're still going to have moments when you feel like this. But notice this entrapment, this self-imprisonment, she's not really imprisoned. There's nothing in front of her. She can step right out. So whenever those negative emotions, whenever you're feeling down about the progress you're making, or where either one of you are in this relationship and moving toward this goal of financial balance and the balance of prosperity, as you're moving toward that and you do have those missteps, do not let it grow into this. Use your swords. Because now the 7s are not just deception. 7 of Swords can also mean strategy and tactics. So don't fall into the deception aspect of this card. Use the strategy, the tactical part of this card, and use your overall wisdom from whatever experience brought you to this point. Use your reasoning powers and your analytical powers to keep you headed toward this and out of this, okay? So yeah, this looks like a crisis at the moment, but when you step back and you gather all of everything you've got to contribute toward progress and growth, that's going to remove the blindfold. You're going to use strategies well, not to deceive or make a win-win situation, and you're going to remember why you're together and where you're headed. And things are going to work out fine. But it's going to take some strength. You're going to get very tired during this. Well, let me pull a Crystal Spirits card and see if there's anything else that Spirit wants to emphasize or anything we missed. Let me cut. And Spirit gives us the Nuamite. I think that's how you say it. Nuamite. Card number 38. Crystal number 38. And what does it have to tell you? Its essential meaning is achieving self-mastery. Okay, that's what you're working on and what you've done to a certain extent, and recovering your sense of self. So assert yourself in this process of compromise and working toward seeing security from a new perspective, okay? Stay strong. And for the relationship in general, when it comes to your relationships with others, building trust and intimacy is a process. So don't get deceptive. Keep the trust. Build more. Practice leads to results. Okay, you're going to have to develop some new habits when it comes to budgeting and keeping that mindset of, we don't have to have a 4-bedroom house to feel happy and secure. We can also feel that way with this. So you're going to need to stay flexible and practice that mindset. Just as you engage in a dance with a partner, leading and following, stay present in the moment. So all you can do is get through the day. Get through the day in a way that leads you toward your goal. Just one day at a time, one step at a time. Your toes will get stepped on here and there, but it's how you and your partner deal with the inevitable missteps that allow you to develop a closeness that can stand up to even the biggest challenges, because this is a challenge. I've lost my place. Where am I? Practice, 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 and soon it will be second nature to express yourself in relationships in ways that reflect your highest aspirations for how you want to show up for others and what you want to experience. And that is being supportive to your partner, offering practical support, verbal support, loving emotional support. I've lost my place again. Where am I? Cultivate love through practicing being loving. So don't turn away from each other during this. Turn toward each other. Even if the other is not ready to accept it at that point, you keep the offer on the table and you continue to show it to them. And as they often say, when it comes to working on relationships, you be the bigger person and your other person grows. And at times they will be the bigger person when you're struggling to climb out of something. Okay, well, this is what I have for you today, Libra. I hope that any insight or enlightenment you gained will help you through your this phase of your relationship. And if you did connect with some of this, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I will be posting another reading this weekend. I'm not sure what about yet, but I hope if this helped, you might be interested in coming back for more. And I look forward to reading for you again. Thank you so much, Libra.